Hello everyone, this is Jonathan from Belgium, aka Jonathan no Bijutsu. And if you're watching this video, then today I will talk to you about the second album of Yoshinori. If you haven't read or watched the video about the first book, I suggest you do that first. So this will be like spoiler alert, and you can still change. But if you did, then let's jump right into it. The second book is the continuation of the first book. The title in Dutch is Sporen van Vernieling. Literally translated in English is like Traces of Destruction. It sounds kind of less poetic in English, but it is literally what it is. So it already says a lot, but I will get to it. Also, I will talk about two aspects in this video. It is the difference between the first and the second book, but I will get to that later. So if you have read the second book and you still didn't understood certain things about the story, then I will explain that now. So actually we start right away at the scene, like at the cliffhanger where the first book ended, is when Yoshinori and his party gets attacked on the mountain trail, and it is actually Akamune, the governor that comes evaluate the technique of Yoshinori, that is like the brain behind it. And then at that moment he actually shows his real face, like here. I wanted to make it like very demonic, like vile, nasty face, which reveals his real face and his true intentions. So when Yoshinori is like talking to himself and saying, yeah, maybe he is not who he is, like we tend to be or pretend to be. So yeah, of course he's shocked, and in that moment he's not able to defend himself very well, but still is able to not get killed, so that's already a lot. So he falls down a ravine. He hit his head to a tree, and then is when one of the bandits said, yeah, he hit his head, he has like a lethal wound to the head, so he is kinda dead. So Akamune-san says, okay, let's leave him to the kami. Like kami in Japanese means like ghost, also God, depending on which kanji you write. In this particular case, in this context, it means ghost or God, your choice. So then after that, yeah, he is left for dead, and monks find him and bring him to the monastery. If you have read the book properly, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, I can always show you. So this is where he is in the monastery, and there he gets like treated. His wounds get tended to, he gets treated, gets back to health. And it is like this in between like story. Uh, Slowly everything comes back to him, like in his head. He relives everything, and he sees the moment where Akamune-san reveals his like true identity, his true face, show his evil face. And it is still a lot to process for him. He's thinking also, yeah, what's going on. And then he start to train again, like get back on his feet, get his force back, start training again. But nothing is decided yet. Like what is he gonna do? Stay at the monastery, become like maybe a monk fighter, maybe. At that moment is nothing decided until like these villagers, wounded villagers, arrive to the monastery. Like wounded villagers come and arrive at the monastery. Like I'm looking for the particular page. So like the gong is like ringed here. I think you can see it here. Like the gong is ringed. Villagers, wounded villagers, arrive from his village, from Yoshinori, his village, and of course he's like concerned, he's shocked, like what's going on. So then one of them takes the lead, start talk to kind of like the monk in chief, like the head monk. He start like talk, make his story, like it happened in the middle of the night. There were like devils, like demons. They came, attack our village. They slaughtered everyone. They didn't spare anyone. So that's when like Yoshinori like wait a minute, like because Akamune-san told him like literally like yeah, by sunset it will be done, and by sundown it's gonna be turn of your father and your village, like you're gonna pay. Like of course Yoshinori is like, what the hell are you talking about? Like of course as a reader you cannot understand why, because it will come later on, like why there's like actually if I can give a spoiler, like yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna make those books anymore, like third, fourth, fifth part that I was planned to do, so it doesn't matter anymore. Like Akamune-san is like he wants possession and control over the school, and his son is already like a student there. His son I can also show. It's actually in the first album. Like one moment please. Like here, Watanabe is the son of Akamune, and Watanabe will play an important role in the new story of Yoshinori. So if you want to be up to date, please pay attention. So Akamune-san planned it a long time before, like attack the village, destroy everything, kill everyone, and maybe Yoshinori's father also, like Yoshimune, maybe kill him, maybe not. That is a spoiler that I will not give away yet. So then it really comes back hard, like oh yeah, like damn, it's right, like he literally said, like okay. So he also recognizes some of the villagers as to be villagers of his village, because yeah, he had that head trauma and his memory is like fuzzy, like, but then like it triggered that memory, and then it all started coming back. So he like go to the villager and then like grab him and like tell me like, where's that village, where you come from, like, he said that village, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, okay. So then he asked the head monk, like, is it okay if I go there, like, it's really important. And at first, like, yeah, they don't really like it, but the head monk sees how important it is to Yoshinori. He even begs him, like in this scene, like he begs him, but the head villager is like, don't go there. We just barely came alive, and like holding him, like, don't go. And but yeah, it's vital for Yoshinori to go, at least to see, like, is it his village, is not, who's killed, who's not, like other survivors. The head villager already says like, no, there are no survivors, we're the only ones. So but with Yoshinori, his mind is made up. So the head monk decides that it's okay for him to go, but he wants like a monk to accompany him to go back to the village. So that's what happens there. We see where they go. Like here is where they depart, and actually, like one of the monks here say, die zien we niet meer terug. In Dutch, saying, we're not gonna see that guy again. Like they're already like in their mind, yeah, that guy is done for. So then, like with the horse here, go in the middle of the night, like storm, rain, doesn't matter, lightning, rain, storm. He's like a devil, like really like gets his horse through the mountain, through trees, rain, thunderstorm, like really. And then until he's like exhausted, like he's exhausted, like he says, oh yeah, it's there, like it's there, the village is there. He points it, and he sees like this black smoke hanging. So he's like, last time he really like, yeah, give like his horse like, make him like really go fast. And then until the evening, until like they kind of like both collapse, like even him and the horse like literally collapse to the ground, like they're both, which is normal, I guess. So then, yeah, he is like there on the ground, unconscious, and the monk has to like slap him, like, get out of it, like, wake up. And then he wakes up, like, oh, what's going on? And then they arrive, like, they're like petrified, like here, like, see, like, what the hell, like, oh, what's going on? And then they see like the carnage, like they see the corpses, they see the heads like laying there at the front border of the village is like the bridge. When you go over the bridge, that's like the territory of the village. So yeah, he's like sick, he gets really nauseous, see like everything like there, he gets like these flashbacks, like when he was like a child, like a little kid, like he's really memories of that bridge were like pleasant. His childhood was there, like everything. The scene that he falls from the bridge in the water, but it's like this chopped like arm that fell. So he's like, what was that? Like really flashback. Meanwhile, the monk is like praying for the victims, for like the corpses. After that, they enter the village. It's like really like dark. Yeah, it is dark. Like this scene was actually I got inspired by the movie of Mulan, like the scene where the first confrontation with the general and where they slaughter and burn down that first mountain village. I got the inspiration from that. So to add like this really like dark, hard like drama. And for me, it is needed to form like Yoshinori, to make him stronger, like first collapse, like tear him down to the ground, and then that he comes back. He comes back from like far, like a lot of scars, like a lot of drama, and comes back and stronger. Like most stories is like you go from A to Z. Like he starts being strong, he defeats all his like enemies, all his foes, and then he is victorious. Like gets a bit boring, those kind of stories. I think like yeah, in your head you're like of course he's gonna win. Like it's a kind of bit like how they call like plot armor. Like it is already decided that the hero is gonna win, but I want it to be like more like so that's gonna be like in the new story of Yoshinori. He's gonna be victorious, of course, but then you have the idea like where did he came from, like what did he have to endure, and yeah, a lot of drama. It's very dark, not too pleasant to read, but kind of important if you want to understand the new story. So then after that he kind of like snaps, like really he runs to the dojo. He sees that the dojo is like destroyed, is like burnt down, and he like collapses, like totally collapse, and yeah, the monk tries to comfort him, like but then he like he sees all the horror in his head, like he sees all the destruction, the corpses, the gore, and then like totally loses his mind and runs into the forest, and then collapses to the ground. So then that is the end of the story. After that, yeah, there's some flashbacks, and like Banzo gets introduced here, like Banzo, the one that I talked about in the first video, and the one in the original story where his father sends him off to Banzo to get trained, and when he comes back he's stronger and he defeats everyone. So that's actually kind of little spoiler, but not too much. So then some extra stories where I actually made my own Dragonball Z story, which I called Dragonball AT. It stands for Adult Transformation, which like in art school my teachers were like, yeah, but you try to draw like Dragon Ball, but all characters are the same and all like everything, and like so I was like, yeah, you're right, but you're taking away all the fun. Like because I think for every like manga artist, we all start with kind of like fan art, and in some way, like I think a lot of like artists try to make their own version of Dragon Ball. Like I see now a lot like Dragon Ball is one of the only manga or anime that has so much like fan art. It's like amazing, like wow. Like I see Facebook, Instagram threads, like whoa, and yeah, some are like amazing, but I think it's okay. Like this is my opinion about fan art. It's like it's good to start there, but if you want to be like a real like manga artist at a certain point, you have to start like come with your OC, like your original character, and you need to start build your own art and characters. That's my opinion. Like respect for your art. Some like fan art is amazing, but I'm kind of missing like manga artists that bring their own story, their own characters. So why? Because then you will really understand how difficult it is to come up with an own story and own characters. And fan art, to me, it is a bit like copying someone's art. But okay, that will be my unpopular opinion then. Going back, so then, like, I did it too, like, but like I said, like, it's interesting to start and then evolve to your own art and characters, like I did with Yoshinori. So then, I'd like to take like another minute. Again, I see the video is becoming really long. But also, again, how can you explain 20 years of your time and work in like a few minutes? I mean, yeah, come on. Nobody can do that. So, but still respect to still watch. And there's a little thing in the original. I put like a style like psychoanalyse, like psychoanalysis from Freud. For me, in my personal opinion, it's kind of like if you do like therapy, it's like having a fight with yourself, and that I translated very like plastic, like very like materialistic into a story. And it first came like with Pan, the granddaughter of Goku, which through like Bulma makes like this device where she can like fight against herself. Like here she fights against herself. Like, it's like the most difficult thing to do, and it comes back in a lot of manga and anime. Just think about it. Like even in Ranma, there's also this point that he has to fight himself. But then he said like, you can copy me, but you cannot like copy my heart. So I thought that was really like, wow, that's deep. Like from Ranma, which is like this Ranma, like a bit more for younger like people, children. So fight yourself. Try to imagine to fight yourself. Like be confronted with yourself. Fight yourself. Like you think you know, oh yeah, he's gonna do this or this, but try. So yeah, and then I was gonna do the same in Yoshinori, like fighting yourself. So that is like you can see here. It's inside the book. You can look at it yourself. You can read it. After that, is, yeah, I did this with a person I know from studying school, Kevin, if you're watching. So I asked a friend, like, while we're in the mountains, like, because I get a lot of inspiration from being in nature. So then I was there with my paper, I was like drawing mountains, cows. And then one evening, yeah, you don't have like internet, cell phones, everything. You can't even like call, yeah, you're in the mountains. So we're sitting there. So I had that idea. So I asked my friend, write a little story for me, and I will make like a manga story of it. So that's what happened. So that's what this is. Everything is there. Also, I put an invitation to all of you. If you have an idea, if for example you have an idea but you can't draw, you can always ask me, and I will make that story, like, you know, the short story, like 5 or 6 pages. Just tell me what your idea is, and I can make a book of it. And last but not least, the comic video clip of Avril Lavigne. That is also here. It is written. While you look at the drawings, you listen to that song, and then it's like this, like, video clip. So all kind of like ideas in my head that I wanted to try out, and also all the explanation about everything that happens in the comic book is now also in the back, so I don't have to bother you with the start, like, oh, what is this, what is that. It's the same like the first album. So I see it is again gonna be like 30 minutes. So, but also, how can you explain something that you worked like 3 years on or more in like 5 minutes time, like, to like really like explain. So then the only thing that is left to say is thank you very much to watch this video. I hope you liked it. And now, if you have read both comic books and watched both videos, then you're up to date and up to speed for the new story of Yoshinori, which I will soon start work on, probably digitally. The story is already written. Maybe I will start with like small short stories to get the digital process running and get acquainted to it. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in other videos, maybe. So this is goodbye, matane, au revoir, sayonara.